the morning tea. Hello,
It's
hello.
about that time.
It is that time. It is Tequila Tuesday, so you know it's going to be a good day.
Madison, I don't have my tequila. Like, I have it, but it's not in my workstation. How about this? We'll pull a Shambong Dave, and y'all will chant for me when I go and get it during that part of the show, because obviously I'm in my living room, my kitchen's right there. So it'll take me 20 seconds, just not right now.
Did you have just like a minor heart palpitation when you looked down and realized you didn't have tequila?
Yeah, you said Tequila Tuesday, and I looked down at literally this mug of tea. You guys, just for reference, my morning, I'm in a great mood, but for whatever reason, I'm just like all over the place. So I've already poured the tea. I was like talking to Madison. I was like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I was like pouring the tea, and then I came back, and then I sat it down, and I looked at it, and I went, well, that's not right. And I just kept on talking to Madison. Blah, blah. So I've already messed up twice. It's fine. Give me one more pack.
It's fine. That's our tea before the tea. Like, Kourtney and I have to catch up for a good, 10, 15 minutes. We just have to really, get out all the personal tea that's happening. And it's just, letting each other know what's happening in our lives real quick.
Yes.
Then we get to the tea tribe. We also get to see Leo's baby, which also always puts us in a good mood right before. So, you guys, we have so much to talk about today. We, of course, are going to talk about this whole Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson update that is beyond nauseating. So if you have not had a snack yet, or you are in the comfort of your home and you can have a libation at this time, I highly suggest getting both of those together.
Today is definitely that kind of day. Make sure you have your Pepto-Bismol on deck.
Exactly. We also are going to talk about Kim. She was on the Tonight Show Home Edition. She gave an interview to Jimmy Fallon over Skype. And she talked a lot about the fight with Kourtney, how Kourtney actually made her bleed, how it actually halted production, how Kourtney is doing right now, whether or not she's staying with the show, what's happening. So we got a full update on that. We also have other tea to talk about. We're talking about Aaron Carter. Drama there, everybody. Brody Jenner is dating a TikTok star. What the hell is happening? JoJo Siwa, Masked Singer mess. Lizzo, Rihanna, Cardi B, Ariana Grande. We got some Selena Gomez news. So it's going to be a good day.
I'm like, geez, on this Tequila Tuesday, this is going to be a very full show. Well-rounded.
Well-rounded. That's the best way to say it. We're really just getting everyone a lot of mess. Actually, honestly, not a lot of Corona talk today. So if you are sick and tired of that, welcome.
Yes.
We are here for you.
This is your space.
This is a safe space where we are literally just going to forget about all of the craziness that's happening around us. And we're just going to focus on celebrity mess.
Madison, that's what they told me when they offered me the job. I love it, and I'm here for it.
Hi, do you want to talk about celebrities getting messy when there's really wild things happening? Kourtney and I are like, we're ready.
I said, absolutely, I love Taylor Swift.
I also don't know why this is apparently the morning tea salute. I'm ready. Hand of my heart.
This is our version of Bible.
Yeah. I want to shout out Night Runner. Good morning. Artillamu Queen. Yes. Hello. We also have Rude Gal still saying delicious docket. Yes. And now I'm going to want to start saying that. Instead of saying full docket, I'm just going to start saying a delicious docket.
We love alliteration here, Madison.
Yes, I do. I love alliteration, like a little bit too much. Like it gets to the point where it's like, Madison, that's not creative anymore because you're just using alliteration.
It's always creative, Madison. Alliteration immediately is like, oh, the creative jumped out. Two letters, same sound.
Just always hits just really nicely. We have Tina saying, taking the time to crochet presents. I am on top of gift giving this year.
Oh, yes.
Honestly, way to find a silver lining in this whole situation. You can get on top of making all the DIY presents.
Productivity, Madison. Productivity. I feel like after this, you have the choice to either stay the same or decide to learn calligraphy. You never know. You might be a professional letter writer by the end of this. It's just whatever you choose to make of this time.
I've actually seen a lot of my friends on Instagram take up calligraphy. So that's really weird that you mentioned that as an example. Not a lot, but at least 2 people. That's kind of random, right?
I wanted to do that when I was younger just so I could have a feather quill. But then I realized I don't have the patience to write neat. So there went that dream. Literally
me. You guys should know Tauruses, we do not have patience.
I feel like with me, Madison, certain things I have a lot of patience for. It's certain things just get me there and real fast.
I feel like if I really, really, like, if you are one of my close friends or my close family, I'll have patience for you. But outside of that, my fuse is about this long. Like, literally, that's it.
You realize you don't have a connection to that person or situation, so why should you have the patience or treat the situation with tact? I feel like it's sometimes where my mind goes. I'm like, girl, I don't even know you. So, I'm going off.
Literally me. I feel like I'm small, but I can get feisty. It does jump out. It's that
grow 5 times bigger and knock somebody out.
It's that Hispanic side. I swear, it's that temper. It's in there. And if you mess with me or someone I care about, it really just comes right out. It just
cross jab, girl.
That's kind of how I feel about this whole Khloe Tristan situation. But whatever, we'll get there. It's fine. We got Morgan saying hello. Magnanimous Miss Maddison, confident Sir Kourtney. Okay, yes. Honorable hit it Leo, Shambong, Dashing Dave, Wonderful Wesley, Kind Karina, and all of you team members. Yes.
Yes. I love that.
Morgan is actually the alliteration queen.
You just sprinkled a little bit of love on everyone with that alliteration real quick.
I know. I loved it. We also have Autumn. Good morning, Maddison and Courtney. You guys do you guys watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta last night? That's messy as hell. LOL. Sending love to you both.
Madison, I want to say this. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta today, but with the BET Plus app, non-spawns, I actually, real life, was watching it, old episodes, yesterday. You know, that Jocelyn Hernandez is a mess.
No, who's the girl? Oh my God, the girl who sings Chicken Noodle Soup. You told me she's on Love and Hip Hop.
That's Young B. Bianca is on Love and Hip Hop, but I don't know if it's Atlanta. She might be or might have been on the New York franchise. I'm sure y'all in the T-Tribe can clarify.
Yeah, let us know. You know that really that hooked me to be interested in Love and Hip Hop when you told me you're like, oh no, Young B, she's on Love and Hip Hop now. And I was like, oh my God. I actually added Chicken Noodle Soup.
The girls for Love and Hip Hop, man.
Right? I know. I need to get on board. I added Chicken Noodle Soup. I did. We did a video last week, I believe it was, like the top 10 songs to stream inside. And I added Chicken Noodle Soup because that is one throwback that Kourtney and I bond over every single time. Just so you guys know.
Clear it out, girl.
Honestly.
What are we clearing out? Is it just
it's like the sinuses. When you have Chicken Noodle Soup, it's like.
You know what? I'm going to do the Chicken Noodle Soup the next time we have a hurricane. Let it rain, because we need it in LA. And then after we're too wet and, our streets flood, now it's time to clear it out. Let it rain and clear it out. And let's get back to the back.
Honestly, if Chicken Noodle Soup would have come out in the time of TikTok, it would be even bigger than it already was.
If the Soulja Boy would have come during TikTok, girl, I would be Charlie.
Yeah. I'd be right there along with you, and they'd be like, "Who's that?" Me. I love the choreography. I really need to get on TikTok. I still haven't. Oof, I need to do it.
You and the Savage Challenge, even still a week and some change later, is waiting.
I know.
Get that done, girl.
Right. I know the choreography. Am I too late though?
No, just do it. Just put it up. It's fine. It's a starter one.
Okay, exactly. I feel like it's an easy way into it. We all know I actually genuinely loved that song before it was popular on TikTok, so it's fun. Yeah. It's authentic. It's authentic,
and if it's authentic, it'll show.
Exactly. Yes, we also I see Mika's in the chat today, so you guys, I know everyone always worries where Miss Mika is, so I'm happy about that. We have Veronica, hello from Madrid, guys. LOVE, the show and the T-Tribe, your life, yes. And then we also have Amber in here talking about air fryers. She said, air fryers are the expletive. Just wanted to tell y'all. And
listen. I asked my mom the other night, legitimately, it's so weird how the T-Tribe just knows my life. I was asking my mom the other night, I was like, do I need an air fryer, like, more than a rice cooker? And she was like, well, sis, what are you cooking in the air fryer? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, just get a rice cooker. So shout out to air fryers. My mom definitely stands them. And I feel like you can put McDonald's fries, Madison, in the air fryer afterwards, and they come out almost like you just took them out the basket. So
yep, we literally just used our air fryer last night. So that's why it's also really weird that you and your mom were talking about the air fryers, and we literally used our air fryer last night. We had hot dogs.
Hot dog.
And we had a little crinkle fry moment in the air fryer, and let me tell you, that air fryer, I agree with you, Amber, they are the expletive.
Madison, one last thing. Hot dog brand. Do you have a preference?
Yes, Hebrews National.
Hebrews National. I need to let everyone know, as someone that was born in New York, I can only eat a Nathan's hot dog. If it's not Nathan's, it's not for me.
I think it is
in the green, girl.
Yeah, it's green and yellow.
Yes.
And then it says, I think it's Nathan's Hebrew, and then that's the sub brand.
Is
like
it?
That's the subtitle.
I Nathan's made Hebrew National.
Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but Nathan's is another one that we always eat because it's green and yellow and red, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
As long as you know Nathan's, Madison, I'm here for it.
Oh yeah, Nathan's is the best. Nathan's is absolutely that. I can't wait for my mom to watch this back and be like, "We only eat Nathan's. What are you talking about?" I can bet this is gonna happen as soon as this tea is over, and I can't wait.
Taste.
She's gonna be like, "You embarrassed us and said the wrong hot dog brand," but whatever, it's fine. Let's go ahead and pour up the tea, everybody. Okay. Yes, Nathan's.
I already poured mine. Don't hurt my story.
Oh. No, my mom's in the chat right now, and she said only Nathan's. So I definitely. Mama Hill is here, and she is letting me know I screwed up, and that we do only eat Nathan's. So that's what the Hill family consumes. Cheers! 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 Okay, you guys, we're kicking it off. We're going to talk about Mr. Aaron Carter and his recent relationship drama. So his current girlfriend, Melanie Martin, was arrested after an alleged fight between them. This is according to a new report from TMZ. Law enforcement sources told TMZ that police were called to Aaron's home late Sunday night for a domestic violence call. Apparently, Aaron and Melanie got into a verbal fight that turned physical. Aaron was reportedly the only one with visible marks on him. Melanie scratched him. I mean, the pictures were actually pretty bad. She's currently being held on a $50,000 bail. Aaron, of course, has since spoken to TMZ himself and said that Melanie informed him she was pregnant right before their fight. He thinks she's lying, and he said they're not getting back together.
So all y'all have to do is give this young lady a test, find out if she's pregnant, but I feel like y'all don't need to be putting your hands on each other. Right? Y'all don't need to be doing that.
Just like, I don't care how bad that verbal fight gets.
Yeah. I just feel like, Madison, in my opinion, I feel like you can't possibly love or be in love with someone that you put your hands on. That's like not love to me. You know what I mean? If you showing up police and whether Aaron was scratched up, had black eye, what have you, either way, it's not love. So they should separate and they shouldn't be back together. But I am curious to know if she's pregnant.
Same. I mean, he, of course, like I said, he thinks she's lying. I feel like we've talked about them as a couple before and having some issues. Like, remember a while back they got into a fight and then he was seen like shopping for an engagement ring and they'd only been together like I don't remember if it was 3 weeks or 3 months, but either way, a very short amount of time. And so I just feel like they kind of started out having a toxic relationship. And so now this is just kind of further fueling that fire and the pregnancy thing. I don't know. The whole thing just feels very like cringy to me, I guess is the way to say it. And I'm just like, I feel like Aaron has enough problems on his own. He doesn't need somebody making it worse.
Do we think, Madison and T-Tribe also, do you think that Aaron Carter could benefit from a conservatorship like Britney Spears or Amanda Bynes?
I don't know who would do it. I mean, his mom also is kind of like reality TV hungry as well. Remember, they were on like the Marriage Boot Camp Family Edition together. They appeared on The Doctors together. Like, I just feel like he probably could. I just don't know who it would be. Yeah.
It's a sad situation, and it sucks because you know that someone is sick with something. We don't know if Aaron has a mental issue. We don't know if it's solely a substance abuse thing going on, but he does need help. I feel like Aaron Carter is one of the celebrities that would benefit from a conservatorship. You can't go nowhere. You got to ask us. Where you going? What you spending this money on? Because he ain't going to have no money.
Exactly. Now, Freaky Walters said, where is his brother Nick? What happened to Nick Carter? So Nick Carter and Aaron Carter actually don't have a good relationship. A couple months back, there was this whole thing where Nick and other members of the family were trying to call, remember, the police on Aaron, have his guns removed, have him committed. Nick claimed that Aaron was making threats towards him and his current girlfriend, fiance, whatever. So Nick and Aaron don't have a great relationship right now. Of course, it can always be mended, but I don't think Nick helping him is even really an option because I don't even think they can really be around each other right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is kind of like the relationship that they have. If Nick did decide to help Maddison, I don't think I would want it on TV though.
No, well, they had a reality show back in the day.
In a minute, the old one, right? Mm-hmm. And they were like fighting on that, right?
Yeah, they were like physically fighting on that
Nick
too.
Was, like, ready to snap that neck on that television show, to my recollection. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if Nick is going to help, I feel like I would feel iffy about it if it were on TV. I want to read a source saying Nick is secretly helping Aaron out. Like, that's something that I would love to discuss. Versus Nick and Aaron have a relationship rehabilitation show. I'm like, no, we don't need that.
Right.
We don't need that.
No, absolutely not. Okay, let's move on and talk about Brody Jenner. Really just because apparently he has a new fling with a TikTok star. Her name is Daisy Catch. Do you know who this girl is?
Girl. Absolutely expletive no.
Okay, so she essentially looks like every Instagram model that we see clogging people's feeds all the time. That's essentially what she looks like. Don't even know what she posts on TikTok, but the way she is described is a TikTok star. They were apparently grocery shopping at Erewhon, bougie. It's a bougie grocery store in LA.
What is that?
Mm-hmm. Where they were looking, quote, flirty, and a separate source told E! News that Brody and Daisy have been hanging out, but it's nothing serious. They're not quarantining together. They've just caught up a couple times during this, which also I'm like, thanks, Brody Jenner, for making this work.
You don't need to catch up with her. Either you're quarantining with her or you're not. Like, you're part of the problem. Annoying. He's annoying. Part of the problem.
I know. The source said they talked a lot online before hanging out. They apparently have some friends in common, and, quote, Brody was always intrigued by her personality online and wanted to meet her.
So basically, he opened up his Explore page, saw a pretty girl, clicked on her profile, saw she had a TikTok, and there's a storyline, right?
Thank you.
Brody's new young girlfriend for the young bachelor that can't seem to grow up. Oh my God, Brody has Peter Pan syndrome. Will he ever find a serious wife? Like, that's a storyline. It's not a full-on reality show because we've given Brody a reality show, Maddison, and the reality show flopped. So, I mean, if that's a storyline for whenever The Hills decides to come back, then I guess. I just don't find this. I don't find Brody being in a relationship with someone that's a TikTok star interesting or surprising. You know what I mean? Because he's known as such like a ladies' man. Girl, I'm tired. Where's Brody's baby? That's what I'm looking for.
I guess when I heard that, like, he was intrigued by her personality online, I was like, that's the biggest line of bull caca I have ever heard. Yeah. Literally exactly what you said. I imagine he pulled it up, slid into her DMs, and was like, oh, this could be fun for a couple weeks.
Yeah, and I mean, once you get past the beard, it's very much next.
No, I literally can't. Miss Jackie said, rolling my eyes so hard. Shout out to Lady Haya. She said, Maddison has this ability to notice quickly and read the comments that are related to the tea while your eyes are fast. If you knew the struggle that I go through to try to read these comments, so Thank you so much, because it really is absurd. And then I saw somebody else say the only TikTok person they know is that Charlie chick, and I literally felt like that's you and I.
Charlie and Tana's best friend, Amari. Those are the only two I can like.
And Adam Ray, okay, just because I love Rosa. Like,
and
that is just...
Let's talk about him and James Charles. Other than that, I wouldn't be able to... Girl, who's that? I know Shay Mitchell on TikTok. I know that.
I know. I want to shout out Andrea. Please bless me with good vibes. This virus is taking a toll. Yes, absolutely.
Sending vibes to you. Absolutely.
Sending everyone good vibes. Sending good vibes to you, Andrea, and everyone who is in the T Tribe. We are all here for each other. We got each other's backs. Okay, let's move on and talk about JoJo Siwa.
Oh, this poor young lady.
I know. Sorry. I can't. You know, I really struggle.
Maddison, you should feel a little bit better about JoJo Siwa than you do because she's a dancer.
I know, and I want to.
This young lady.
I want to, but also she came on a Dance Moms late. She was not an OG, okay? So let's just remember that.
We talk about the other ones, Miss Maddie and the sister and the one with the mom, Holly. See, I don't even remember their names, but we know Miss Siwa.
That was Mia. Mia and
Mia.
Holly. I saw them one time eating breakfast in LA, and I was like, oh, okay, now you live in LA. That's annoying. And then Maddie, the only thing I know about her recently, she made an appearance into All the Boys I Loved Before, P.S. I Still Love You. She had like a quick
Maddison, I guarantee I could probably sit and watch that whole movie, enjoy it, and not recognize her whatsoever. And I've seen at least the first 3-ish seasons of Dance Moms. I would probably not recognize them.
Yeah, you wouldn't. She definitely looks more mature, but I just watched, like, I remember watching it and I was irritated because I was like, you're telling me Maddie Ziegler has a cameo? Like, I love this movie. I should have a cameo.
Okay.
Like, I know that's selfish and I'm not even anywhere close to being famous like Maddie Ziegler, but I'm just saying, I'm like, how the heck did this girl weasel her way into this To All the Boys I Loved Before sequel? Like, that's annoying.
That's a good manager.
That is a good manager.
She's got a Kourtney on her team, girl, that made them calls, girl. You know who you on there?
Working hard like Mama Chris.
Tax.
Mm-hmm. But JoJo, you guys, she was on The Masked Singer. Mm-hmm. She was the T-Rex. It was recently revealed, and now she spoke to Hollywood Life about the whole experience, and she said that some of the rehearsals and shooting crossed with her tour rehearsal, so she would have to skip, and it would leave her dancers to question, like, where the heck are you? And then she couldn't tell them. So she said that was really difficult, and I feel for her on that because it makes her look like she's kind of being a diva and not showing up to rehearsal, but it's not because she's being lazy or she doesn't want to go. She literally has her commitment. So that I think would suck. She said the only people who knew were her family and her best friend, and she said it was, quote, really tough to keep it from the internet because the internet is her life. JoJo said that dancing in her outfit was, quote, one of the hardest things she's ever done. The tail was so tight around her waist, apparently, that it almost cut off her circulation. But it had to be like that so she could move.
Ow. I'm like over here like grabbing my waist. I'm like,
I know, same. I like keep holding my waist. I'm like, oh. I've worn nothing but sweatpants, so I can't imagine something cutting off my circulation right now.
I'm like, well, shout out to JoJo. I mean, I feel like she's a dancer, right? So I feel like if she missed a couple rehearsals, she could come in and pick it up. It's about y'all dancers better know what y'all need to do, because I feel like JoJo's the star. She can just roll on up, and if she decides she don't want to jump into the choreography, she could just step to the front of the stage away from the right.
Right, she could definitely be fine. I think it was more so her probably feeling guilty over the fact of, like, she had to miss rehearsals and not.
And she couldn't tell.
Why. Right. That would suck.
Because Adrienne Bailon was on it, and she was on the real, like, I ain't no flamingo, and we knew it was her, Maddison. We knew it was her. No one on this planet sounds like that young lady. And she was up there. It wasn't me. She couldn't tell us. Sitting up there lying in our face every day.
Yep, that was literally like JoJo. We have Yami, day 2 of spring quarter, the motivator I need right now. Yes, everyone who is starting school online, you got this.
Good luck. You got it.
You got
Stay
this.
motivated and get your assignments done on time. It's no excuses because you home.
Exactly. Very true. Very true. Okay, we're going to move on and talk about Lizzo, you guys. So during a recent interview on The Real 92.3, Blueface said that he wanted to... Blueface.
Who? Maddison, I have not heard that name in so... If it don't have an Anna on the end of it, I haven't heard it. So how long ago was that? I hope you say something nice.
No, this interview was not that long ago. It was only a couple days ago. But he said that he would hook up with Lizzo because he's, quote, done hit a couple big expletives in his day. Then he went on to say, Lizzo, call me. He wanted Lizzo's attention, whatever. And Lizzo actually responded and posted a picture on her Instagram with her cheeks out and said, blue face baby.
Y'all hear that?
That silence.
Yeah. I mean, Lizzo doesn't have music out, right? And she plays the flute and meditates every morning. So what another way to keep her name out there? That's a good way, I guess. Yeah.
And Blueface trying to stay relevant by, you know, trying to connect his name with Lizzo.
Shout out to Blueface. Drop Down Tatiana was a good song when it came out, and everyone remixed it. If I were Lizzo, I would be repulsed. I hated everything about what he said. I wish Lizzo would not have given him the time of day. I literally wish Lizzo would have acted like that never happened.
Even Olivia, okay? Olivia said, I love Blueface, but that's weird. Thank you. Like, someone who even loves blue faces like that feels weird.
Maddison, to me, that's no different than someone coming up to a woman in the club that might be thicker and being like, you're cute for a big girl. Or like when guys come up to me in the club and they go, wow, you're hot for a black guy. Like, that's not cute. It's offensive. Oh, Maddison, it's a thing. I am definitely the Caucasian men's choice. And usually that's their choice of words that they use they love to approach me with that. Oh my God, you're so hot for a black guy. I go, oh, okay.
What does that even mean? I'm just
it means, Maddison, and most people don't realize it means that I normally find black men repulsive, but for whatever strange reason, something about you is attractive. It's the same thing with women that are bigger. Wow, I normally don't appreciate or find the beauty in a bigger woman, but you? Oh yeah, you're a diamond in the rough. That's not a compliment.
I think if a guy ever came up to me and was like, I've never been with a thick girl, but you look really pretty, I would like literally junk punch him in that moment and just probably
it happens, Madison.
Have to run.
Probably. It happened, girl.
No. You know I'm a big fan of the junk punch, and that's exactly what would happen. Right there, right along with Tristan Thompson. Okay, you guys, we are going to move on and talk about Miss Rihanna. Ooh. She is on the cover of British Vogue, looking fantastic. Yes, she looks so fierce. Like, I mean, of course we can say stunning and all these things, but she just looks fierce to me. Like, she looks like she's about ready to come snap our necks and be a boss babe, and I love it. But she actually talked about new music and kids. We're going to start with the music. She said that she is working aggressively on new music. She said that she doesn't want her album to feel like Theme. She said, quote, there are no rules, there's no format, there's just good music, and if I feel it, I'm putting it out. She also confirmed that she is working on reggae-inspired music, and she said that it's not the only style at play, but it will be in there somehow.
That's what we deserve. I feel like Rihanna has done... She's done like pop, R&B. She's done like rock-inspired music. Like, Rihanna has done so many kinds of music that Rihanna could put out whatever, honestly, at this point. She's such a chameleon, and I feel like most musical acts aren't chameleons. They kind of have one sound. They might update the sound, but I feel like when you take a hiatus and you come back, there should be some sort of reinvention. So I'm interested to see how Rihanna is going to reinvent herself musically. Because I think it's been so long, we think we have an idea, but we might not.
No, I completely agree. I feel like also, too, I have no worries or thoughts that she won't deliver, but I feel like there is so much pressure as well, just because people have been begging for this, that I think she wants to make sure she's giving people a wide variety of things. That way, literally everyone is pleased. Exactly. Which I think is not bad. I think that's amazing. She can do it.
Rihanna knows that right now, when she drops, all eyes will be on her. When you take a hiatus like this and you're that big of a star, all eyes are going to be on you. So she knows that whatever that first single is going to be, whatever that body of work is going to be, it needs to be so beyond.
No,
it has to be beyond and good. Like, you know what I mean?
Completely agree. She also talked about kids, saying that she wants to have 3 or 4 children by the time she's 42, with or without a partner. Right now she's 32, so in 10 years. She said that society often diminishes you as a mother if you have kids without a partner, and, quote, the only thing that matters is happiness. That's the only healthy relationship between a parent and a child. That's the only thing that can raise a child truly is love.
Period. And that's why I get frustrated with Khloe Kardashian, because I feel like there's nothing wrong with being a single mother, especially when you are rich AF and you won't ever have to worry about material things like that. At that point, it then just becomes giving your child the essential keys to be a productive and iconic citizen in society. So I love that Rihanna said that, with or without a partner, because as long as you have enough within yourself to share with your child, you're going to be a stellar parent regardless, I feel like.
Completely agree. She also made a comment that I really like. She said that she's working hard now so she doesn't have to in the future. And I really appreciated that, just because I truly feel like that's why Rihanna kind of ventured off and did Fenty Beauty, and we have our Fenty Lingerie. I think she was setting herself up to be a businesswoman, so when she can't tour anymore, and she can't sing, and she can't dance, and she can't do all of these things, or it's just not a priority for her, like she will still be set up and it won't matter because she has these other businesses around her. And I respect people who look at the bigger picture, and as annoyed as I am and as bad as I want new music for Rihanna, like I have to give her mad respect for kind of really looking into that crystal ball for her life and saying, you know what, when all this singing and dancing isn't going for me anymore, I want to make sure that me and my children, regardless of a man, are set up and we'll be fine.
Do you think, Madison, before we move on, that Rihanna has or will reach a status like a Tina Turner or a Cher? Because obviously we know Beyonce, she's sprinting into that area of her career. Do we think that we will see Rihanna enter that fray when you and I are like 45? Will we be like, oh my God, Rihanna's still out there, like giving us panties one minute and still giving us a twerk on the stage the next? Well, do you think she'll enter that realm?
I honestly kind of don't think so. I think Rihanna will be somebody who just is, like, she will always be legendary, but I don't know if she's going to be a Cher and, like, wanting to be out there touring when she's in her 50s and 60s. I honestly kind of don't see that for her.
I do a little bit. I could see it. Her Beyonce, Ariana, Harry Taylor. Those are my five. In terms of when I think of like Elton John, Barbra Streisand, Tina Turner, like those kind of like, if we decided we wanted to do a one last tour for the 5th time, like the girls would pack out our arena. I could see that for Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I can see it. I guess maybe with just like the whole 3 to 4 kid comment, I could also see her just being like, I'm going to be a mom and run my businesses, and it is what it is.
She could be an actress. She did Battleship, right?
Yeah. I mean, she also had a starring guest role in Bring It On, All or Nothing.
I knew you were going to say that, Madison.
So let's not forget, okay? Okay, let's move on and talk about Cardi B, you guys. So if we talked briefly about Tiger King yesterday when we were kikiing at the beginning of the show, and Kourtney said the fact that Cardi B liked Tiger King was just another reason where he was not feeling it. But
specifically, y'all should still watch it.
Yeah, no. Unless if you are very sensitive when it comes to animals, I would say do not watch it because you will not. I'll just say that. I know that's not saying anything, but just know that my inability to give you words means don't watch it. If that like really triggers you, because it is there. Anyway, this guy Joe Exotic, who is kind of the protagonist, if you will, the guy who hired somebody to kill somebody else, he is the one who everyone's kind of obsessed with. He has a lot of good memes, whatever. So Cardi B previously tweeted that she wanted to set up a GoFundMe for his defense because she felt like he was wronged and he shouldn't be in prison, even though I'm kind of like, he should. Anyway, GoFundMe, the founder, spoke to TMZ and put the kibosh on it and said, you cannot have fundraisers for the defense of people accused of violent crimes. He's obviously accused of hiring a hitman to kill somebody, a violent crime. Also, several animal abuse charges. And so Cardi B has reacted to that saying, OMG, I was just playing. I do love him, though, and he def needed better representation. Ooh, here, kitty, kitty.
Well, at least she wasn't serious. I mean, great. I mean, I feel like someone like Cardi, even if she was just joking, which, I mean, she very well could have been joking, I'm glad that came out that she couldn't, because people take one tweet and they run with it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Already created a fake account, a fake GoFundMe for this guy, saying it was by Cardi B. GoFundMe immediately had to take it down. It was not by Cardi B. So I guess for me, the only thing that I like find a little irritating there is like, oh my God, I wasn't serious. And it's like, okay, you know by now everything you tweet, people take it as serious. We just had the instance last week where you had your theory that celebs were getting paid to say they have coronavirus. That went everywhere. Like, you know what you say is taken seriously. So for me, I just feel like that's kind of a cop-out, but whatever. It's like not, for me, it's not something I'm willing to like go to bat for. I'm just like, whatever, Cardi. If you want to start a GoFundMe, or if you want to say that for this guy who I don't believe deserves one, you do you.
I think she's just bored. Also, you guys that are in the chat and watching and after watchers, do you think it's fair to speculate that Cardi is in the news so much, even though it's in a lighthearted way because she's about to drop music? Because I feel like before she would do it, but it was just in a negative way. But now it's just like regular, kind of like objective news about her. It just feels very like buzz, buzz, buzz. Keep my name out there. Remember me. Which, I mean, isn't a bad plan. I feel like artists should be dropping in the middle of this. But it just seems very like everybody's watching this Tiger King, right?
Yeah.
So what a way to sort of get everyone talking about you again.
Oh, yeah.
Doing something harmless like this.
Right, this whole Tiger King thing is everywhere. It's all over social media. People are already planning Halloween costumes. Like, it is literally everywhere. It is the next big thing. Kind of how Love is Blind was. Like, the equivalent of that, where like tons of other celebrities are watching it too. But Christina said maybe in regards to her dropping music. Karen said it's possible. Yeah. And then Brittany said she's dropping new music. So Brittany is right there. I just wouldn't be
surprised if she did like within like a week, between like 2 to 3 to 4 weeks ish. I just wouldn't be surprised.
Right. Well, Offset also. So he released a trailer yesterday. He's gonna have a new Quibi show called Skirt with Offset, where he takes you behind the scenes of his most tricked out cars. Cardi B already has made an appearance in the trailer. We know that she's probably going to be a little bit in the show, so I feel like they're definitely cooking things up.
Mm-hmm. And we don't know when the Quibi show coming out.
So Quibi is supposed to launch next month, if everything stays according to schedule.
Next month, and that's April, right? Mm-hmm. Everything is supposed to be getting a kibosh by the end of April, May, June. I just wouldn't be surprised. The girls are gearing up for summer. If I were Cardi B, just being realistic, I wouldn't want to be putting my music out the same time as Rihanna or Adele. Yeah. Just because if I were Cardi B, I would want people to have all eyes on me and my shenanigans. You get what I'm saying? Once Rihanna come out, it'll be about, okay, Rihanna's an artist. This is what she's done. You can't compare Cardi to Rihanna. It'll be like that kind of conversation going on online. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I completely agree. So Jay said that Quibi launches April 6th. And then Wesley said everyone is getting Quibified. Interesting. There are a lot of celebrities who are joining on Quibi. And I will say there is good coin in Quibi. So that is why all of your faves are getting on there. Very good.
There's good coin for celebrities on Quibi. Catch that.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Everyone is gearing up for that to kind of be the next big streaming platform. For me, I feel like 50-50 on it, just because I don't know how I'm going to feel about watching like Sophie Turner's in a new like drama series that's going to be on Quibi, and the episodes are only 7 minutes long. So like I don't know how I'm personally going to feel about it, but I mean, we'll see.
It's smart because the public has ADD. So I mean, 7 minutes, I'm sure there's a scientific something that says the human brain can only handle this much information and retain it, and then they move on to something else. So if it makes sense. YouTube videos, the girls on here, including us, our stuff is like an hour long. Quibi said, girl, we're going to give you some sort of a medium between YouTube and TikTok. And here we go, Quibi.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about Ariana. This is quick. Essentially, everyone is freaking out because Ariana showed off her natural hair in quarantine. She posted a photo of her natural curly hair and said, get a load of this. Obviously, we rarely see Ari without her ponytail, but she does have naturally curly hair and she looks great.
Would we be all right, in general, just for fun, would we be all right with a ponytail-less era when it comes? Because I am. I love it. I think she looks excellent.
I agree.
I think she's fun, carefree.
I just have always loved curly hair. Like, that is, I always wanted, if you guys know the singer from Little Big Town who's really blonde and she just has, like, super wild curly hair. I don't know her name. I just know she's in Little Big Town. Gabby, you'll know. My country girl. Gabby. Gabby will know. Gabby's here. Gabby will know. Gabby will know exactly what I'm talking about. But she has like this awesome blonde, big curly hair, and I've just always been so envious. I want curly hair so bad.
Like Tori Kelly?
Kinda.
But bigger?
But like, yeah, just like a little more like
Taylor Swift Fearless, kind of?
Yes, but bigger and not as, I feel like Tori Kelly's a little more groomed. Like just a little more like natural. You know what I'm saying?
She said more Afro girl.
Yeah,
Just more, just out there.
Yeah, just like more. I don't know. I just always think like oh, the curly hair just looks so amazing. But you always want what you can't have, you know?
Always, Madison. Always. Ain't that
Yes.
true?
Yes, her name is Kimberly Madison. Gabby got me.
See,
Gabby got me together. Kimberly. Shout out to her.
That's all we got.
Thank you. Thank you. Heather, let me know too. Kimberly. Okay, yes, you guys, thank you. I appreciate you. And everyone is very okay with Ariana having a ponytail-less era.
I think she looks good.
Kyla said, yeah, she has gorgeous natural hair. Love the curly hair. Exactly. So yeah, everyone would be for it.
And me too. That's the album I'm buying again. Go ahead.
Okay, let's move on and get into the Selena Gomez news. So if you guys have been waiting for Selena, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and start putting your emojis in the chat. And then we're going to get into the card dinner tea time. So Selena Gomez, you guys, shared some recommendations with her followers on what to watch and listen to while in quarantine. And The Weeknd, interestingly, made 2 of the list. So one, Selena suggested that you watch Uncut Gems, which, if you guys didn't know, that's the Adam Sandler movie that The Weeknd made his acting debut in. And then she also said that one of his songs made her playlist. His song Snow Child. So does Selena miss The Weeknd? Does she not? What's happening?
I think that they are fine. I
think so too.
I think that they're obviously cordial. Like, I'm like looking at the screenshots as Leo's like posting them. I love it. To me, it says we're fine. It says there's no drama. XOers don't come from my neck. Selenators don't drag the XOers and harass Abel. I love it, love it, love it. More importantly for me, I loved that my favorite movie made Selena's list, and that movie is Clueless. So I said, well, would you look at that, Miss Gomez? The taste surely jumped out.
See, just another proof that we would be friends with Selena. One of my favorite Julia Michaels songs was on her list too, If the World Was Ending. I love that song. Obviously, of course, she put it on there because she's best friends with Julia Michaels. But I'm like, oh, Selena, your taste is exquisite.
Very exquisite. And she was
very exquisite.
And
very
I was looking
exquisite.
at that food on her Instagram.
Okay, we're going to talk about that too. She also posted that she's been a little chef in quarantine. She posted those pictures where she was like, I wanted to take pictures, but I went with these candid ones and said, I know she said she looked cheesy in the caption, but to be honest, literally didn't even notice because my eye went directly to that mac and cheese.
Madison, you already know I zoomed in on that mac, and that is a mac that I would use my spoon to sample. That looks good.
Homemade, creamy, a little baked situation, like judging by that dish. It just amazing. It looks so, so good.
I'm always looking at this brick for zooming in. Wall too, girl. Selena got a good kitchen.
I know, right? Her and Taylor Swift must exchange recipes. Remember how we talked about Taylor being a chef too?
Yeah, they be cooking for the men, girl. Look how Leo zoom in for you on the details. Get into that mac and cheese.
It looks delicious. It looks so good. So good. Everyone is loving the mac and cheese. And then also, MGCP brought up an interesting thing. Selena and Noah Centineo let's ship. Noah Centineo is single now, but I feel like we have some better options for Selena.
Listen, Dylan O'Brien is waiting.
And that's no shade towards Noah Centineo. I want Noah Centineo for myself as well. So that is like no shade towards him. But I just don't think maybe Noah Centineo and Selena necessarily.
I see Dylan O'Brien and Selena. I've been listening to the Boys and Girls of the World. He likes her. Like, why not? Why can't they go on a little ice cream date, when the quarantine's over?
Exactly.
I would love to see that.
You and the T-Tribe, everyone yesterday was like Dylan O'Brien and Selena Gomez. Like, you are one with them.
I think that he can make her laugh. I think they would have fun together. I wouldn't be mad at that. If she wanted to,
I wouldn't be either. I wouldn't be either, honestly. And same. Autumn said Michael B. Jordan or Dylan O'Brien. He likes Selena. That's what Marta said. And yeah, everyone is very pro Dylan O'Brien.
I'm laughing at Alonce says, I don't know why y'all mouth watering for the food Selena Gomez cooked for me because I'm not sharing. You're a mess. Me, that is me.
I love it. Okay, guys. We're going to move on from Selena Gomez and get into this Kim, Kourtney, Khloe, and Tristan news. So go ahead and turn your volumes down for...
me. Card Jenner tea time! Hello to everyone in my living room, which is no one.
Hello, hello. Do you want to go get your tequila real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll do a
Maddison, hit it.
Shambong Dave. Actually, Kourtney tequila. 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 Yeah. Oh, Leo, that transition that I just saw was fabulous. Wow. Leo did that. Leo killed it.
Look at that.
Some line emojis in the chat. Leo just literally killed that. He killed that so much. Give him some line emojis. Damn, that was amazing. Pour it up. I already have mine poured in this really cute
because I'm not trying to be turnt at work.
London shot glass. No, I did my lime juice tequila mixture.
I can start
I'm a big fan of now.
To get a fruit muddler and some fruit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll be honest. There was already lime juice downstairs. I didn't do it myself, you know, but I definitely
silly.
But it's not stealing in your own home. Okay, let's cheers because we definitely need tequila before this. Cheers, y'all. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Oh, I'm telling you, the lime juice really helps. It just cleanses the palate.
The black cherry tea was excellent, girl.
Oh, yes, love it. Okay, the first thing we're talking about, Kim and Kourtney, you guys. So Kim was recently chatting with Jimmy Fallon for his Tonight Show Home Edition. And made some really interesting revelations about her and Kourtney's fight. She said that there was a lot of buildup and things escalated because Kourtney scratched her so bad on the arm and back that she was bleeding. So I guess Kim wasn't actually going to get physical until she looked down and saw that she was bleeding from scratches. And she says that's when she just literally got up and she smacked her. Which, she was defending herself, so I can't even be mad. She said that she's definitely not proud of that at all. She said that her and Kourtney are fine, but they did actually take a break from filming for about a week after that fight went down, just because, they were kind of shook, the crew was kind of shook, because everyone was like, this is not the show that we normally have. Yeah. So this is wild. And I guess Chris also cried when she saw the first cut of that clip.
Maddison, do you believe that?
Here's the thing. I believe that they definitely were actually frustrated with each other. Okay. And I do believe that Kourtney might have gotten up and kind of took it to a level that was unnecessary. But I feel like after that, it was just, I feel like it was staged. I feel like they both knew what they were getting into. Because even if you originally when you rewatch that, Kendall at first is laughing because she's like, oh, this isn't real.
Yeah.
And then Chloe's kind of like, guys, true sleeping. And then and I don't know if it's the Botox or what, but I just the fact that Kim can't really move her face all the way and neither can Kourtney, but they're visibly mad at each other and fighting. I was laughing more so than oh my God, I would be in a real fight.
I want to ask the T-Tribe a question and another question to you, Madison. Sorry that I'm literally not offering my opinion. I just want to know how everyone feels about this because I know how I feel about it. What would the Kardashians have as content currently today? What would we be talking about if the fight never happened? What would be anchoring the show for the first... We'll give this 3 weeks. We'll give this 3 Thursdays for them to stretch it out. The last Thursday will probably be just a droplet of talking about it, and then they'll move on. What would they have talked about for the first couple episodes of this?
I assume just the Khloe and Tristan stuff.
And that's boring.
You know what I
mean?
Based on what was the majority of the episode was Khloe and Tristan and Kim forgiving Tristan and Kim forcing Tristan on Khloe and blah, blah, blah. But I think they don't want to show too much of that because I still agree with our theory that that's going to be saved for the whole web series and the digital series for Khloe. So I don't really know. I think the whole fight was just it was ridiculous. I'm sorry. There's just no way around it. It was ridiculous. But it got people to tune in, so.
I imagine, Madison, you have, on a regular reality television show, you have a person, and I feel like you'd be able to answer this better than I can explain. Mm-hmm. There's a person that says, well, so-and-so said this about you. Are you really going to let them get away with that? I feel like at this point in the game, the Kardashians know those people. They know what they're doing. It's at what point is it real and what point is it pushed by the show?
Well, and think about the people who work on Keeping Up have been working on that show for multiple seasons on end. Some of the people who are on that show have been there since like season 1. Well, I don't know about season 1, but I know like at least season 2, 3. Like people have been on that show, and obviously you develop a close bond with certain people. So I think certain people probably feed certain sisters information, and then that they're also very well versed in the reality television game. They're EPs for a reason. They know what needs to happen. They know what to say. They essentially, I'm sure, produce themselves at this point.
Yeah.
Which is Kim knew exactly what trigger words to say to Kourtney to get her upset. And that's exactly what everyone, I see you guys in the chat going off about that, saying that you actually don't even want Keeping Up with the Kardashians anymore, which is crazy. I think, they produce enough drama on social media and in their real lives that we talk about regularly that we don't even really need the show anymore. But
maybe, Maddison, does the show run on news? Would the Kardashians stop making news if their show were off the air? Unless it were for a business venture?
See, I feel like they probably still would because they need to stay relevant to sell their products.
I wonder what their reaction would be if one day Ryan Seacrest called them in for a meeting and he was like, end of an era. I wonder. Like what? Yeah, I'm sure Chris has like 18 plans in place, but I'm just curious.
Yeah, I feel like there's no way that would happen without a major fight. Major. I mean, especially as much as Kourtney hates it. Like, this is her main bag. This is Chris, Chris has 10% of everything that everyone's doing. But anyway, Kim also confirmed that Kourtney is taking a step back. She said she's taking a break from filming, which she thinks is good for her right now. A break is not totally quitting, but it did just clarify that Kourtney's tweet we talked about at the end of last week. Remember, someone was like, if you hate filming so much, just quit. And she was like, I did. Bye. And you and I were kind of like, LOL, we'll believe it when we see it. Well, she is taking a break from filming.
I think that if and when Kourtney leaves, they will make it as dramatic as possible. And then I think it'll be slow, but in terms of the show. They're always going to be the Kardashians, but
I think we'll have to follow up, like, Sophia. They're going to have to slide Sophia a manila envelope. Like, they're going to have to convince her and Scott to show more of the relationship. I know she doesn't want to, but that's, like, all I can really think of.
If they do that and they're able to convince her, that'll be the end of her and Scott. For sure. For sure.
Also, we didn't talk about this yesterday because we didn't have, like, as much time, but didn't you think it was weird that Sophia wasn't in that Best Friends video? Because Sophia and Kylie have been hanging out. She's been kind of slowly being part of the crew. And then she makes those comments about Keeping Up with the Kardashians. She unfollows Kourtney, then refollows her. And all of a sudden, she's not in Kylie's Best Friends video.
If she was in it, people would call her a flip-flopper and a clout chaser. Because they would say, you don't want to be on the show, but you want to be on Kylie's YouTube channel. That would read kind of weird, right? She's trying to help Scott escape the family and move away from out of the gates. That would be weird for her to pop up in a Best Friends video with Kylie.
Yeah, I feel like it would be weird, but it'd also be keeping your enemies close. You know what I mean? Making sure that you are still there. I just thought that was weird, just based on what they try to portray. Obviously, us in the T-Tribe, we're very well aware that Sophia is trying to kind of scoot away. But to the people who don't keep up with the Kardashians, and I don't know, don't watch the morning tea, what are they doing with their life? We don't know, messing up. But they have to, I would think that was weird. If I think
that Sophia, her beef is not with Kylie.
Right.
I think her beef is with Kourtney.
Right. No, for sure. Completely agree.
I don't think that Kylie would rope herself into Kourtney's drama with Sophia if she could help it.
Well, then also, too, how are they going to make the comments about, like, cheating and stuff like that if Sophia's there? Okay, all right, whatever, fine. I was trying to kind of, I was really, really harping on that last night. You guys know I have insomnia. These are some of the things that I think about when I'm experiencing insomnia, and I'm, like, thinking about the tea, and I think about what we talk about, and then just, like, these are the thoughts that run through my head at 2 a.m. So just in case you guys are wondering. That among many things. But let's move on and talk about Khloe and Tristan and this mess. So first and foremost, Tristan posted rare photos with True on his Instagram, proving that him and Khloe are quarantining together because, of course, there are all these reports who are trying to say it's not actually happening. Newsflash, we know that it's mother effing happening. And a source told Hollywood Life that right now, Khloe and Tristan are not back together, and that Khloe doesn't know if she'll be able to rekindle their romance, but she, quote, definitely has romantic feelings. The insider went on to say, quote, she keeps telling those close to her that you never know what will transpire, but for now, they're hiding out in LA.
Madison.
Some mess.
It's going to be a very good day when we're able to sit here and say, when the title of the video will read, Khloe and Tristan come out, or like, you know, less gay, but they come out and they're like, we're together, because then finally we can move on to the part where we talk about Tristan and played Khloe and we're laughing at her and put your clown mask on, because that's fun. This is like, girl, I hope y'all are not trying to string us along through the quarantine to the point where the quarantine is lifted and then y'all think y'all gonna come out too and think that we're going to pay attention. Khloe, we're gonna go outside, young lady. We're gonna go outside and we're not gonna care.
We're gonna have our moves on and we're gonna be living our lives. We really are.
I'm gonna have on a very short pair of shorts instead. But I just feel like, what is the point of stringing the public along instead of just being honest? You know what I mean? She could come out with Tristan and say we're quarantined together, and then say, "Girl, here's some quarantine tips. Here's some family quarantine tips." She could like come out and distract all at the same time.
Honestly,
you know what I mean?
Like
that's her shtick.
Into it. I feel like she could lean into it and to be like quarantine tips when you're trying to work things out with your partner, like how to make things work when it's like still kind of awkward. Like I feel like she should just like lean into it at this point. Like, what's the harm in just knowing that nobody agrees with your relationship, everyone thinks you're absolutely absurd and ridiculous, and just leaning into it?
Madison,
that's what I feel like is best.
Like I always say,
I'm laughing because Tina, as soon as we started this, said, I need my Pepto.
Tina, I need it too.
Yeah.
Know that. I'm sad for her. I'm sad for her, but I'm also tired of her. When her and Tristan do come out, watch something happen with Rob and China to distract. Yeah. They're really going to stick it to her in court or something like that.
The only dysfunctional couple, really, besides this. Anything.
Or like Kourtney leaves the compound after Khloe and Tristan come out as together. Like, you know, something dramatic. And obviously,
Rob and China's situation is 5,000 times more dramatic than Khloe and Tristan, given the situation and the nature of what's happening. So honestly, I just, for me, I'm just ready for them to just say it already so we can just know. And I just want to know so we can feel vindicated. So those few people who think we're crazy for feeling that they're back together and that it's not true and that it's fake, like, I just can't wait so then we can know, like, we were right with our theory. I just think that there's no way you quarantine with someone without knowing that's where the relationship's going. She can say it's all she wants, but it's complete BS.
And why didn't Tristan go in quarantine with Jordan Craig instead? He's got a child over there as well.
I was thinking that exact same thing. I'm like, that also makes you look cringy as a father. The fact that you're so consumed with making sure you're spending time with True and Khloe, obviously, as opposed to your son and splitting your time, which I know quarantine is like a very sticky situation, but still, it's like, clearly his priority is all True and Khloe, which should also tell people that Khloe and Tristan are on their way to being back together, or else that would not be his priority.
Madison, they are back together. They are back together. If you're watching this, speculation, not confirmation, because this is a professional show, but y'all know that they're back together. Let's call it what it is. They're back together. I hope that if this is your first time watching, the wool has been pulled off of your eyes. And now when they come out with their plan to let us all in on their secret, we can all know how to act accordingly. Which is to continue on with our day.
Exactly. We will talk about it. The Tea Tribe, we can all have a party and relish in the fact that we were right. We called it. We got it. Like, we will have a party. We will have an extra Tequila Tuesday. We'll have an extra Chambon Friday. Whatever we need, we will all celebrate, but we will not be outraged because we have been prepared for this for whenever they decide to say it. I want to shout out Karina and she said, may we have the Mika song and leave the trash? Oh, yes.
Let's throw the trash out.
Mika song, of course. We got a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet ya. Miss Mika, she on fleeka. Miss Mika, she loves the tia, and we see ya. Miss Mika, go Mika, go Mika, go Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. Aye, Mika.
Yes, happy Tequila Tuesday. Mika, happy Tequila Tuesday. T-Tribe, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys were able to relax and take your minds off things for an hour. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love you guys so much. Please make sure that you're following us on social media. We got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got TikTok. Also, please make sure you're checking out the other videos on our channel because working real hard on those. So please make sure you check those out as well. Yes, please. Also, you guys, make sure to show Hit It Leo lots of love on social media. And don't forget about Shambong Dave either. We still love him as well.
Check on Shambong Dave, y'all.
You know what I mean? If you guys have been looking at his Instagram stories, you know that Shambong Dave needs some T-Tribe love. So make sure to hit him with that T-Tribe love. Just so you guys, he needs it. But we'll be back tomorrow for Wesley Wednesday.
Yeah, what Wesley?
Yes. At 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye. Now, wash your hands, Leo. Wash your hands in the sink. Wash your hands in the sink. You better grab that soap. You better grab that soap. You better do the most. You better wash your hands. You better wash your hands. You better know that it's in demands when you wash your hands. When you wash your hands, just pump the soap. Just pump the soap and get in between those fingers.